will start us off.
Good luck, everybody.
Draw. Marsh Flats for turn, playing Esper Sentinel, and cast a Lotus Petal.
Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. Flooded Strand. I'll play a Chrome Mox, pay for Esper, exile a Sterling Grove, pass the turn.
Draw. Scalding Tarn. Pay life, crack it to go get a Hallowed Fountain. Cast the Soul Ring.
I'll draw for Esper.
I'll cast Mox Amber. I'll pass turn.
Misty Rainforest. Use that Tundra to cast this Esper Sentinel. Chrome Mox will not pay for your Esper Sentinel. You can draw a card. I'll imprint a Cabal Ritual. I'll cast a Soul Ring and cast a Springleaf Drum. I will tap my Esper Sentinel and cast a Tireless Tribe. I will shift the turn there.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Shock in a Stomping Grounds. Tap Stomping Grounds for a Rite of Flame.
Esper Sentinel.
I'll pay with Tundra. 2 red floating. Sack Lotus Petal for, I guess, an additional red. Attempt to cast Najeela. I'll swing 1 over at the Hashaton player with Esper.
I will discard into the Flood Maw to give my Tireless Tribe +0/+4 and then block your Esper Sentinel.
In response to declared blocks, I'll Deadly Rollick your Esper, and then I'll pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. I will play a City of Brass as my land for turn. I will take 1 for a white. I would like to cast Ranger Captain. Going to search for an Esper Sentinel of my own, and I will be passing the turn.
Draw. Marsh Flats is line for turn. I'm going to crack it to go get an Underground Sea. Cast Hashaton. I'll pass turn.
I will draw. Cast Hashaton as well. I'll shift the turn.
Keep draw. Sack Air Mason. I will swing Najeela and a 1/1 warrior at Ryan, that Hashaton player. Pass turn.
Draw for turn. Pay 1 for an Esper Sentinel. I will pay 1 for a Birds of Paradise. Play an Otawara as my land for turn and pass.
Draw. Undercity Sewers is line for turn. We'll enter tapped and I'll surveil 1. Cast Tolarian Sentinel. With that, I'll pass turn.
I will just shift the turn.
Keep draw. Shot in a Hollow Fountain. Cast Wonder.
Trigger Esper.
You got it. I can't pay. I will tap it, putting a burden counter on it, draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will just pass turn.
Draw for turn. I'll play a Scalding Tarn as my land for turn. Crack it. Cast a Overgrowth on my tropical island. And I will cast my own, the One Ring. I will pass the turn.
Cast Kiora, the Rising Tide. So I'll draw 2. I will discard Thassa's Oracle. Discard a Likeness Looter.
Yeah.
And I will pay for that Hashaton trigger. Play in Urza Saga. I'll pass turn.
I will shift the turn.
Upkeep, trigger the One Ring. I'd like to tap it, add a burden counter, and draw 2. Draw for turn. Playing Undergrowth Stadium for turn. Cast a Kutsu.
Response to Kutzel, I'll Deadly Rollick Najeela.
Sure.
Trigger Esper Sentinel.
I'll pay for it.
I'll activate One Ring to draw a card in your end step.
Sure.
Untap. Upkeep, lose 1. Draw a card. Activate the One Ring to draw 2 cards. Cast an Exploration. I will play a Misty Rainforest as my first land for turn. Hedge Maze as my second land, so I will surveil.
Cool.
I'll leave that on top, and I will pass the turn.
Draw. Resolve Urza Saga to 2. Tap Tolarian Sentinel to discard a card and return target permanent I control to its owner's hand. Discard an Astral Dragon. Trigger Hashaton. I'll pay the 2 blue. ETB. Create 2 tokens that are copies of target non-creature permanent, except they're 3/3 dragon creatures. Yeah, I think I'll do the One Ring. I'll play a Ristic Study.
Oh! Alright, Esper trigger.
I cannot pay for that.
Okay.
I'll respond to your Ristic Study.
Okay.
I'll tap for a white and I'll cast an Enlightened Tutor. I'm gonna grab Animate Dead.
I'll play Otawara as land for turn. There, I'll pass turn.
Alright. I'll untap. I'll draw this mystery card. I'll cast Animate Dead, targeting the Astral Dragon.
Pay for Esper.
I'll pay for the Esper Sentinel, and then you can draw for Ristic. 2, 3, 3. Ristic Studies. I also have an Astral Dragon, which is a 4/4. That'll be it for me.
I have effect in your end step. I'll start by cracking my Misty Tundra. 7. I'll cast Overloaded Cyclonic Rift.
Ristic Study.
I will not pay.
Show you a Fierce Guardianship.
Ristic Study.
Damn.
Also Esper Sentinel.
Kill card draw. This is crazy.
I'll pay for the Esper Sentinel. I won't pay for the Ristic Studies.
I'll take 1 for a blue to show you a swan song. I cannot pay for any of the anythings.
I'm gonna tap Likeness Sweeter to draw a card and then discard a card. Verdant Catacombs.
I'll show you a Fierce Guardianship targeting the original Cyclonic Rift.
I'm good for you to continue through phases.
I'll just ship the turn.
Untap. Before the trigger, I'll tap the One Ring and draw 3 cards.
Oh, God.
1, 2, and 3. Draw for turn. Play a Savannah for turn. Steal Enchantment.
Double Ristic Study.
Also trigger Esper.
I will pay for everything. I will take Ryan, the Hashaton player. Ristic Study. I'll just pass turn.
Upkeep, lose 2. Draw for turn. Activate the One Ring, draw 3. I'll play an Exotic Orchard as land number 1 for turn. I'm going to crack Ranger Captain. Okay, I will cast a Timeless Witness, targeting Cyclonic
I
Rift.
will not pay, so I'll draw 2.
I will overload a Cyclonic Rift, not paying for any taxes because I do not have the mana. I will pass the turn.
Draw. Resolve Urza's Saga to Chapter 3. Tap it for a floating colorless. Guess I'll go get a Mana Vault. Play the Mox Amber. I'll play that Esper. Use the 1 floating to cast Soaring. Play a Tundra as land for turn. Last Hashaton.
You have 1 Esper draw.
I'll show you a Mind Break Trap. Cast Ristic Study. Counter with Force of Will. Trigger Esper. Pass the turn. Draw for turn. Land. Crack. Underground Sea. Chromox. Not paying for Esper Sentinel. Pitching Animate Dead to Chromox. Cast Hashaton. Cast Soul Ring. Springleaf Drum. Tireless Tribe. Pay 2 life to Mental Misstep. Trigger Esper Sentinel. You can draw. End step, 8 cards in hand. I will discard Gemstone Caverns to hand size.
Play Tiger for turn. LED.
Trigger Esper.
Pay for Esper. Recast Najeela. Move to clean up. It's going to be Savines, the One Ring, and Cutsoul.
Upkeep, lose 3. Draw for turn. Ancient Tomb is my first land for turn. Cast Candelabra. Would like to pay 1. The other floating colorless to untap my tropical island. Cast a Thrasios. Put a Thrasios activation on the stack. I will reveal a Ristic Study and draw it. Ristic Study. Activate the One Ring, draw 4. Command Tower, my second land drop. Pass the turn.
Draw. Play Misty Rainforest this turn, then pass.
Draw. I'm going to move directly to my end step. I have 8 cards in hand. I'm going to discard a Nezahal. It's a hand size. Hash trigger. I'll get a 4/4 Nezahal. I'll ship it there.
Upkeep. Draw. Scolding Tarn for turn. Recast Steel Enchantment.
Trigger Esper, trigger Ristic.
I will pay.
I'll draw from Nezahal.
Yes. ETB, I'll take
Yeah.
a Ristic Study, Josh.
Yep.
I would like to enter combat, swing Najeela and a 1/1 warrior at Amped Gaming.
I will take 4.
I will pass turn.
I'll pay a green because I control a legendary to besage you your Steel Enchantment.
I'll get Volcanic Island.
Enlightened Tutor.
I'll draw from Nezahal.
I have a response. I'd like to crack Scalding Tarn. Trauma Island. Show you a Swan Song.
Trigger Nezahal. I'll draw first.
I'll pay.
I'll pay 2 life to show you a mental misstep.
Nezahal.
Yep.
I'll show you an offer you can't refuse.
Targeting.
Targeting the original Enlightened Tutor.
Trigger Esper Triggeristic.
Pay for one of them.
Flusterstorm. 3 of them on the offer and 3 of them on the Swan Song.
Nezahal trigger. I'll show you a Mindbreak Trap.
Ristic.
You can draw.
An offer you can't refuse.
Nezahal trigger.
Mindbreak Trap.
Ristic.
Pay for Ristic.
I'll draw.
Targets for Mindbreak.
I'll leave his Mindbreak offer and exile everything. And I'll leave my Swan Song as well.
Upkeep. Lose 4. Draw for turn. Play Sarah Sanctum as my land for turn. Activate the One Ring for 5.
Discard 3 cards to do Nezahal's ability and hold priority on the activation. I'll discard Razaketh and 2 lands and sacrifice the Nezahal and cast Culling the Weak before it blinks itself.
I have an Esper and a Ristic trigger.
You can have them both. Get Razaketh. You're free to draw.
Cast a Static Prison. And enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent. Enter the battlefield, trigger on the stack.
All right. ETB targeting Razaketh.
Correct.
I'll sacrifice Hashaton and pay 2 life to tutor. I will get that card.
Static Prison ETB.
Yep. Razaketh is gone.
Cast Utopia Sprawl. I will choose blue.
Mhm.
I will cast a Sanctum Weaver. Cast a Finale of Devastation, X equals 2.
Flash in an Orcish Bowmasters.
Triggeristic.
I'll pay for it.
Master target.
Gracios for 1.
You, of course, guessed correctly. We have a Grand Abolisher.
Do you have a deterministic win here, even with the Bowmasters down?
I would say yeah. Tap Ancient Tomb, take 2. 2 colorless. Put the 2 colorless into Candelabra, untapping these. I'm going to use my 2 blue mana. I'm going to transmute Artifact. I'm going to get rid of my One Ring. I'm going to go get the Chain Veil. I'm going to cast Estrid. I'm going to put a mask on the Chain Veil. And then I'm going to make infinite mana. Walking Ballista.
Oh, Infinite Ballista, win.